Hilperton Marina has actually been here for about 35 years, but in various guises. The only hire company that operated narrowboats from here was Wessex Narrowboats, and they operated a small fleet of boats from over there. ABC Leisure Group bought the marina about 10 years ago, and we now operate 27 narrowboats from here and 2-day boats. So you can have a 4-berth or a 12-berth, or even just take one of the little ones out just to see if you like the tiller action. The marina is located in Trowbridge in Wiltshire, and the nearest city is actually in Bath, which is off to the west here. That's about a 1-day's cruise, so about 6 to 7 hours of very gentle relaxation at 4 miles an hour. To the east of us, it's perhaps not quite so relaxing, because a day away you have the, can we say, infamous Cane Hill flight, which is 29 locks in 2¼ miles, but the good news is there is a pub at the end of it. We're an hour's away from Stonehenge, out on the Salisbury Plain there, so we're very lucky. And of course, the beautiful Georgian city of Bath, that's available to go and have a look at all the pleasures and the tours. And then a week's return cruising, you're down into Bristol with a historic floating dock, mooring alongside the SS Great Britain. It really doesn't get much better. There is a smaller lagoon off to my left here, which we don't currently use, but we do maintain, and we maintain that for the wildlife. So just the things on 2 legs, some things on 4 legs, and also the green things that plant. And it's quite interesting, the variety that we have. The lagoon project is now nearing completion. In fact, the remaining thing to do is just to plant 200 additional trees. It's been quite a long haul, because it took 200 years to build the canal, and you don't just repair some of the things that have run down overnight. Now, we've worked in cooperation with British Waterways and also with all the various environment agencies locally. So it's not just a commercial concern, we're not just doing it for money. ABC strongly and passionately feel about putting things back into the environment. And that's quite obvious from the way that you can look over into the lagoon there and see the way that the reed beds have been restored, that we've planted plants and marginal plants in there. We take into account the environmental impact of what we do. And not a penny is coming from local funds or British Waterways. ABC are funding the whole thing.
We've decided to plant some trees. We think, great, Jubilee year, good time to do it. And we've decided this sort of car park, which obviously is not very pretty, that we're going to plant 200 trees here today around the boundary. We're lucky we've got some volunteers from the Amber Foundation. They have a boat that they use, and which we maintain. And they offered to come along and help us today, which is great when you've got so many trees to get in one day. Along with the Amber Foundation, volunteered to come along and help us, the youngsters with their supervisor. We've also got a number of our own team here, some of whom have driven down from the Midlands this morning to help us. And we hope that if we can stay on track and the rain doesn't come down, that by this afternoon this will be entirely covered with trees. Someone's calculated that we need to be planting a tree every 2 minutes to get it done before it gets dark.
We are for narrowboats only, so those are boats of 6-foot 10-inch beam wide. We have no facilities for the broader beam boats. However, we can accept up to 70 foot, which is the maximum length that this canal can take. There are 60 opportunities, 60 moorings here, and they continue to change and different availabilities at all times. We can satisfy all the daily requirements of clean drinking water, pumping out toilets, diesel, gas, and all the things that you'd expect, and the consumables that you think, oh, if only I just got that, then we have a chandlery that is available. We also have a very capable team of electricians and engineers who can operate on engines, as well as boat builders and carpenters who can undertake medium to longer term projects. So if you do really want the bathroom actually on the other side of the boat, yeah, come to Hilperton, we can help you. We offer the facility to manage boats, privately owned boats, for boat management. We can fit in with the customer's requirements, whether it's simply cleaning the boat and ensuring that there's diesel and gas on board, or a full turnaround service where the whole boat is serviced and training. We're particularly lucky in that currently we have one boat, which is Warnford, and that's a boat that we operate for the Royal Naval Air Station at Yeovilton. And we're very fortunate to help some of our troops who return from theatre who then go onto the boat, disappearing at 4 miles an hour for some rather well-deserved R&R. If you do want information or advice, that's free. Sure, you can get it on the internet, but we're humans, so we're either on the end of the telephone or face-to-face. Come along, we can put the kettle on. We talk boats and nothing else.
So if you're in the mood to talk boats, or just fancy some of that free advice, why don't you give John a call at Hilperton Marina